So we have a huge shakeup as there are some brand new stocks that are now the top stocks that are being bought by us. I mean, it is just bonkers some of the flip up in this particular list. And there are some important lessons to be learned from all this. And guess what? There's even a massive shakeup at the top of the list as well. So a ton to get into today, guys. Some new stocks to talk about. It's going to be a very, very action-packed video. So let's discuss the good and the bad from a long-term buy and hold investor's perspective. Just make sure you like the video if you like getting the truth off the hype, because that's exactly what you're going to get today, guys. And that's exactly what this channel is all about. Now, remember, these are not my stock picks, okay? These are the top 10 stocks that retail investors picked up last month, okay? So this is what us as a collective bought as a whole last month. Now, if you want to see my stocks that I'm buying, complete with price targets and the bull and bear case on many of them, take advantage of the summer savings sale that ends soon before the price goes back up, where you get free courses, free coaching, the best 6, 7, and 8-figure Discord out there. We'll talk more about it at the end, but it's the pinned comment for those that want the deal. Make sure you jump on that so you can get all the information. All right, so before we even get to the top 10, let's talk about one of the stocks that fell off the list, and that would be Netflix. Now, obviously, Netflix has kind of floundered a little bit once, obviously, the deal did not go through. There was a whole lot involved in regards to Netflix there, and it fell off. And some of the names that jumped on here, I don't think you guys are going to be surprised about that. But seeing Netflix kind of fall off again, now it's kind of an on again, off again relationship with this list here. So maybe that just fits the bill there in regards to that, but it did fall off. So we won't be discussing Netflix today, but let's jump into number 10, which is Meta. This stock actually fell 3 spots, and I can't figure out why. I mean, it's cheaper now than it was, just a few months ago whenever it was moving up the list lower and lower and lower, and here it is. It fell down 3 spots. You guys know my thoughts on Meta. Great business. I absolutely believe it's going to be one of the big winners in the AI race. The cash, it just prints cash. They have so many different monetization levers that they haven't even pulled yet. So why this one fell 3 spots in favor for some of the other stocks, I honestly have no idea. But hey, I got to give you guys a list. This is what we did. And Meta has fallen back significantly despite continuing to go down during that time, which is I like to see the opposite of that. I like to see as the stock gets cheaper, it moves further and further up the list, but it didn't this time. So that's number 10. And the same situation with number 9, which is Google. Now this one, I kind of understand why it fell 3 spots, because Google's gotten, it's had a massive, massive run over the past year, right? It went from loser in AI, way behind, gonna die, to, now all of a sudden the leader. It's had a big run up. So I understand why this one fell 3 spots. But obviously Meta falling 3 spots to me didn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. But you guys know my thoughts on Google. I believe it's the leader now. I believe it's going to print money into the future. Yes, it's a touch overvalued right now, but it's not horribly overvalued like a lot of other stocks on this list are. And so, yeah, it's a great stock overall. I understand why it fell on this list, especially given the fact that it's had a massive run up. So it makes sense from that perspective there. But again, we're kind of 1 for 1, or 1-and-1 so far there in regards to how we're moving on this list. And at number 8 is AMD. Now this stock is new on this list, but it highlights the big problem in regards to us as retail, and that is chasing a stock after it's run up big, okay? Nobody wanted AMD when it was under $100. It has not touched this list one time. Really, I've been doing this list now for a few years, and AMD has never been on it, ever. At any point in time. Now all of a sudden it's like all-time highs. It's basically on a mess. I don't know what the run is now, but a huge, 400, 500% move, whatever the heck the move is in regards to AMD. And now all of a sudden it makes the list as the number 8 stock. That is our routine problem, is we don't buy it whenever it's cheap. When the fundamentals are good, it seems like a lot of times us as retail are jumping on the stock as it runs up, okay? So that right there is a big problem that we have as retail investors. Hopefully it's nobody on this channel right here. I know a lot of you guys out there eating that stock up when it was under $100. I know our group was gobbling up shares under $100. It seemed like for 2-3 years, it felt like, maybe longer. Like I said, we started the advanced money destroyer joke years ago in the group. So a lot of patience involved with that investment. Obviously, it's paid off massive. A lot of folks have a lot of massive share counts there in our group in regards to AMD. And of course, have just gotten to enjoy this ride up. But unfortunately, a lot of folks have bought at the top of this ride. We'll see how much longer it goes. Obviously, I do think AMD has a great future in front of it. But boy, man, we really missed the boat on that one, not buying it up earlier. However, the next stock, again, we're back to flipping back the opposite way. So stock number 7 is Palantir, which it is back on this list after falling off the list. And I actually like seeing it back on the list because, of course, the stock price has fallen as well. So it fell off the list completely. Now it's back on the list because it's on a significant discount. I like that much better than whenever it was jumping on this list after it was, well over $100 a share. And then when it got up over $200 a share, it was like marching up the list. And I was like, this is, we're doing this wrong, guys, in regards to the list there. So I love seeing us as retail as a collective jumping in on this stock there, at least when it's not at those dizzying valuations at over $200 per share. Love seeing that. Great job by you guys out there. Hopefully we're just starting up our DCA again, not going all in or anything else of that nature. Obviously a lot more can come out of Palantir in between then and now, but incredible earnings, incredible management team, and incredible product. Nothing really negative to say about Palantir outside of the valuation, which, by the way, continues to get closer and closer and closer to that fair value as they continue to knock it out of the park on earnings. And if we can continue to see the downtrend in stock price, man, we're going to be right back to loading up on Palantir again. And of course, hopefully then the narrative is nobody wants it, it's dead, or whatever the case, whatever stupidity Wall Street comes up with there. So then we can gobble up even some more cheaper shares. Number 6 is Microsoft. This one's holding steady, and the valuation for Microsoft has gotten a lot cheaper. Matter of fact, it's at one of the cheapest valuations it's been at in its history. Which again, is anybody doubting that Microsoft's not going to be larger 5 years from now than they are right now? I most certainly am not. Great company, great business. I love seeing it staying strong right here on the list, especially as it continues to draw down and there's a lot of negative news and a lot of negative everything kind of creeping in around Microsoft a little bit. So love seeing it. Love seeing us as retail gobbling up shares. We'll see what their next earnings call has for us there. That right there could be a pivotal earnings for Microsoft, but so far we're doing a great job with that one. But coming in at number 5 is Apple. Again, you guys know it's my favorite stock of all time. They seem to finally be inching their way into the AI race per se. Again, very Apple-esque. We're going to let everybody else do all the work and then we'll come in secondarily. Obviously, I think the big key with Apple, and obviously the price has gotten significantly cheaper, so I like seeing it on this list, just like Microsoft there, where the prices come down. We're holding strong in terms of our buying of that stock there. But let's see what the new CEO has. Let's see if it does start to innovate better, or they at least start accelerating in their AI race. Obviously, in terms of cash flow and everything else, man, it's really, really hard to beat Apple in regards to all those things. They print money like crazy. Obviously, it's my favorite stock of all time, so I'm a bit biased here. I'll admit that completely. But Apple's holding strong at number 5, but unfortunately, number 4, we're right back to the head scratcher again, and that stock would be Ford. Again, appreciate you guys. Last time we talked about Ford, kind of giving me some details around why we may or may not have it. It's just dumbfounding to me, regardless of what it is. I guess the one that made the most sense was Robinhood gave away a bunch of Ford shares a long, long time ago, and I guess people just hanging on to them. I don't know. That was the one that seemed to make the most logical sense there in terms of explaining why the stock is always so high on the list. But hey, Ford's on there. It's number 4. It's one that I don't get at all. From any perspective, there's better dividend plays than Ford. Obviously, there's better growth stories than Ford. It's not necessarily in this weird, significantly undervalued situation or anything else of that nature. So don't really know what's going on with Ford there. So that one baffles me. But that's okay. It's not my list. I don't have to understand everything that goes in regards to this list. Now, moving on to number 3, and that one is Tesla. Now, obviously, Tesla fell a spot here, to number 3. Instead, it was at number 2 last month. I can kind of see why there. A lot of folks kind of getting ready for SpaceX or not exactly sure what's going on. Obviously, Tesla, by any metric is significantly overvalued still, despite the drawdown that's had here. It's been actually highly, highly volatile, which I guess for Tesla is nothing new in regards to that there. So what's going to happen with Tesla? Well, who knows? Got obviously some business problems there. You've got to really be banking on the future in order to own it. Obviously, we're throwing in SpaceX IPO as well. How is that going to affect Tesla? Are they going to merge? Are they not going to merge? What's the details of all that? Lots and lots of unknowns, lots and lots of chaos around it. So I just expect it to be a volatile ride. And I guess us as retail, we want to all be on the roller coaster up and down in regards to Tesla. So there it is right there, Tesla. But coming in at number 2 is Amazon. I like Amazon marching up this list here. It's one of the ones that's still on a great valuation, still undervalued. Obviously, it's an incredible business. They have their tentacles kind of out there into everything. They're continuing to grow. AWS is just growing still. Obviously, they are leaning into the AI race their own way. They're leaning into robotics. They're leaning into the robo-taxi. All those things, they're involved in everything. And there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to do it. They're going to do it well. Not everything is going to be this huge financial success, but I think they have enough fires in the iron per se. Several of those are going to print billions of dollars for them into the future there. Obviously, just Amazon itself, just their core business is so strong, so good. Their lead just continues to grow every year in regards to their core business there. So obviously, I love this business. I love the stock. We are getting it at a very reasonable valuation right now. I've been buying up shares. So obviously, you guys have been out there doing the same exact thing. Great job by you guys buying a great business. And same goes for number 1, and that stock is NVIDIA. And hey, I can't argue. NVIDIA has been just crushing it. They continue to destroy it. Obviously, Jensen has been, possibly the best CEO and the best, 5-year run we've seen from a CEO in regards to performance in a long time. I hesitate to say ever, because of course you can always go back through history and find significant things there. So I don't want to be kind of prisoner of the moment there. But hey, NVIDIA, oh, by the way, we're actually getting at a reasonable valuation there. I agree that the same growth that we were seeing prior is just basically impossible now, just due to the scale of numbers per se. It's just really hard to do. But it's a great company, a great stock. Obviously, they're one of the massive winners and massive leaders in the AI race there. So nothing bad to say about NVIDIA whatsoever. And we're getting it at a bit reasonable valuation. It's not like you're paying a 300 PE for NVIDIA. You're not. That's what you're paying for Tesla. That's what you're paying for others. You're not paying that with NVIDIA there. So obviously an incredible business, a bright future there as well. And I think Jensen may have some more things up his sleeve as well. I don't have any evidence of that, but they just seem to be ahead of the curve so far. They tend to be able to stay ahead of the curve. Obviously some parts I think folks are going to catch up there, but what else do they have? Interesting to see there. And at least you're not overpaying for it. We're paying a very reasonable valuation for NVIDIA. And if you want to see everything that I'm buying in real time, got some new stocks coming too that I'll be buying as well. Make sure you take advantage of the summer savings sale that ends very soon, where you get all that. Plus you get free courses, you get free coaching, you get the best 6, 7, and 8 figure Discord out there helping you become a better investor. I put out 3, 4, 5 videos a week, just simply to my group right there. Obviously we do live streams weekly. Guys, there's so much involved in the membership. Check out the pinned comment, see if a membership's right for you. We actually have some more stuff coming too to the group that I can't really announce yet until all the deals are signed and everything else is done. But check it out. It's the pinned comment, see if a membership's right for you. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market. And click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.